Hey guys, welcome back to an episode of Skybase. Before we get into the video, please leave a like and subscribe, and also check out the comments if you need to leave any comments asking advice or just giving me advice, whatever you need to do. Also check out the description. We have links to my Twitter, Twitch, and Discord. Twitch for live streams, Twitter for updates on when these videos go out and when live streams happen, and of course Discord where you can just hang out and chat with the community and all that great stuff. Yep. So let's get into what you actually came to see today. That being some bees. So since last time, not much has happened really. I just got the stuff together for our little power generation system, our thermogenerator. And I got together some stuff to make some cables we need. So in this pack, weirdly, the only real cables use stones or brick stairs as their like making resource. Cool. We didn't lose our bucket. That's nice. In case you didn't know, the sink is the standard water source that I always use because it's a very simple setup to get it working. If you've never seen me set it up, have never seen that used as a water source, then I don't know where you've been, because it's pretty much, actually a lot of packs have gone to using it as the exclusive water source rather than having like a infinite water source kind of mechanic. Thermogenerator ding, and then we need water coming in, so just throw this here. These are the fluid cables. Oh, those are the item cables. These are the fluid cables. Fluid cable. And then I think I need to... Does that work? It seems to be working. That's generating RF, which can then go into this. Nice. Disabled. We don't want redstone control. And then we just want to do that. Cable wrench. And that should start filling up with things. Is this not enough power for it? Yeah, this isn't enough power. What is the next thermogenerator cost? Like the next tier. Thermo Basic is just that one. Yeah, this is not good enough. Okay. So let's break this one and see if we can make the next tier one, because this starter one is off. It's not even enough to generate the power needed for that. And that really doesn't need that much power as far as I can remember from watching other people get stuck into this pack. Right, so the uses on this, we want this one. There's one of those. And then we need 2 basic capacitors, which means we need to do this. Right. And then 2 dielectric paste. These needs to go down to those because we need to make more of those. And let's hope this is enough power, because I would like to be able to just leave this running and slowly let it tick up, but I don't know that at the moment it's in a place where we could do that. What do these things cost? More blaze powder than we have. Well, we're gonna need to get some blaze powder, so that's sugar. Yeah, I'll get some blaze powder and then I'll bring you guys back and we can keep working on this. So see you guys in a second. Oh, did I? I just put it in there. Whew. Thought I lost it. Let me just finish off this part of the recipe for now. Alright, yeah. I'll be right back, and hopefully this upgraded one will be able to power our centrifuge fully, and then we won't have to worry about it. We can just leave it running. So yeah, see you guys, it's like Kirby. Alright guys, we're back. So I should have everything now to make this next tier. There's the 2 of those. Thermogen Basic. Let's hope this is good enough. Just needs to power one thing. How much does this use a tick? Does this say anywhere how much it uses in a tick? It doesn't appear to, but... Oh, it's gaining, so that means this is working. Cool. Nice. So now we just need something to extract it out so it keeps going. And then it should run essentially perpetually for the moment, which just means we can leave it to get a ton of beeswax and all that great stuff. We can also pull these out and break this because we won't need it anymore. Luckily. Pull our iron. Do we have chests anywhere? Yeah, we do. Okay. And I need our item cables and our item wrench. And let's go set up a little export into a chest. Just very, very basic export. Should just pull everything out and put it in there and put bottles in. And every time we get enough honey, it will make a bottle, and it should export those bottles. I can't guarantee it will, but it should. And this should just keep ticking through all of our honeycomb. Getting us some good stuff, like jazz. And yeah, so that's now running. I'm gonna let it run for a little bit so we can get this stuff to make. I think we might be able to even get the stuff to just jump all the way to tier 4. Since it is just honeycombs and some honey blocks. And the honey blocks actually, we already have a couple honey bottles. I'm going to put all this stuff down in that chest. But yeah, it should just tick over. And then I'll bring you guys back once we have this stuff together to upgrade a couple of tiers of hive. So yeah, that should be good. See you guys in a little bit. Here we go. Alright guys, we're back. So I have given it some time to do a bunch of things, and now I think we have everything to go all the way through the tiers to a max tier apiary. Or these aren't apiaries, these are a beehive. Oh, beehive. Yep. And technically we can put another couple bees in there, but for now we're still breeding them up because I don't want to just make 16 bees. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, come here. Go, and you just tether them to the post, and then this one's still not ready to breed again, so we have to wait. Figured you guys would just want to see that we got all the way to essentially the top tier beehive. So we've completed all the way until we get into the apiaries, which are a more complicated system in that tree. And we just need to get a bunch of honey blocks. So I'm going to keep breeding these up, letting them tick over, make some honey, all that good stuff. And then once we have some honey blocks, or enough honey blocks to get going on this, which another thing I will note that I was looking at, oh, it's not going there. For some reason, every time this ticks over, like runs, it stops this connection here. So like if I use the wrench on this, I can get it to output, but as soon as this thing ticks over and starts centrifuging a honeycomb, it's going to go away. This like face thing, the white thing around there will go away. So it doesn't really matter because you can't do that. Just as a note for you guys, if you're trying to set up a similar automation. I'm assuming there is a block you can use. I just haven't found it yet. These are bees ready to breed. There we go. Got another baby bee. And then come on. Get that bee. And yeah, I'm just gonna keep doing this so it's not super entertaining for you guys to sit and watch. One thing I will do is I should put this like this so that I can keep breaking it and adding bees as we get them till we get up to our 16 bees. Right now we have 7. Once these ones grow up, we'll have 8. Or once they breed again, we'll have 8. And just keep doing it that way. So yeah, I will be back in a bit. Once this is all done and got enough stuff to move on to getting all the different types of bees we want. I think mainly right now it's probably the sand bee, dust bee, sand and dust bees, and the sieve bee, because if you breed the sieve bee with any of the other bees, you will generate like the resources you would get from sieving whatever resource. So that's probably something we want to work on. And then we're gonna probably, I kind of want to wait doing any major automation setup until we get to the apiary stage, because I feel like it's kind of, other than getting this honey, like these basic bees running to get the honey we need, it's kind of wasteful to do anything else that way. Plus it takes up quite a bit of space, the setup we have running. So yeah, that's the plan, and I'll be back when we have enough honey to start doing some of those bees, and maybe we'll do some bee breeding today, or maybe we'll move on to some other stuff. I don't know. We'll do something. So yep, see you guys in a little bit. Alright guys, we're back. So I've done some work off camera that I figure I should show you. I finished filling up the beehive, so now that's running full tilt. So we're getting a lot of bee related stuff at the moment. And yeah, I also got, so we've been running to, we're at a point where we kind of need mobs to be spawning in, and the best way to do that is set up a mob farm. So I've set up this block here, which is a dropper mob farm, that is going to drop all of the mobs down into this platform here, and this is where we should be able to collect their loot. So yeah, this is roughly 23 blocks, maybe one less. So we may have some with armor and stuff on that land on one hit, which is not a big deal. So yeah, that's what I've been doing off camera while I've been waiting on these bees to breed up. But now comes the last step, which is we need to get something that will let us do the, to push all the mobs out of the mob farm and down onto the ground, which is where a couple things that I've been crafting up come in, like this pestle and mortar, which I wish when I shift clicked would go in there, but whatever. So yeah, this is going to let us get some black dye we can then use to make 50, 60, 70. That should be enough. Yeah, that's more than enough. We only need 12 recipes worth. And then we take this and we get not enough of the iron ones. Oops. And then we just need to put some in here. This balance the grid thing is very nice, I will say that. As feedback for whoever, for the dev of the mod pack. Just balancing out the grid like that. Very satisfying and very useful. Alright. Now comes the somewhat scary part of putting these in. Scary because if you're not shifting on these things, especially with these extreme ones that I'm using, because I want to ensure that our mobs get shoved off. If you're not shifting, they will just throw you. Luckily, mobs don't generally shift, so it's not as big of a deal with the mobs, but... Oh, I forgot these place. Oh, that makes it even worse. Well, I don't know if it makes it worse, but it makes it different. And the reason I made this out of dirt, in case anyone is wondering, is then when we get to the point where we have access to soul, or not soul, actually I don't even know if they're in the pack. I was going to say when we have access to wither drops or tears or whatever they're called, we can just set it up with a cursed earth mob farm, but I don't even know if that's possible in this pack. Doesn't really matter though, because I need some cobblestone. Probably should have brought that with. But I guess I had stone on me, so I didn't think about it. Now let's see how this mob farm works. It should start spawning stuff relatively quickly if I go down here. No. Also, I realized I built this in a slime chunk, so we probably will get some slime in it. That is weird. I wonder, is it because of spawn chunk safety or something? That's not good, but nonetheless, it's built. If we need to modify it, I can modify it in between episodes. I don't know why I walked all the way back up here, but yeah. We got a mob farm, kind of, sort of. And hopefully it'll start working for us. So, that's it for me today. Yeah, you're all free to leave. There's no mobs following it, guys. Think I may have fucked it up a little bit. Oops. Alright, well, goodbye, guys.